Part 2. We'll start with something kind of fun. It's always a badge of honor on Twitter to be blocked by somebody. So, what happens when you ask too many questions of a reporter about Eric Braverman? You get blocked. I asked one question. I didn't send him this crazy harebrained video. Didn't link to them but one time to a lady who works for Snopes. Put the tweet up on the screen, and she blocked me. I wasn't aware of it until weeks later when I looked her up again to see if she had responded, and she hadn't responded. I was going to ask her another question when I remembered that they had edited the Snopes article to call all the rumors false, even though the own article states they have no proof that Eric Braverman is alive or where he is or anything. So I reached out to her and found that I couldn't even go onto her page because I had been blocked. How are we going to pursue this? There's like we've I think covered already in this video. There's a lot of different theories about what's going on with Eric Braverman. Just run down the line right now. Eric Braverman is been killed by the Clinton Foundation goons because he knew too much. B, he is hiding because he's just doesn't. Maybe he has some embarrassing details on the Clinton Foundation, and he'd rather not plead the fifth. He'd rather not say no comment because he was prominent in the WikiLeaks information. A variation of that is maybe he is partly a source that is involved. I don't think he'd be the main one, but let's say he either is the main source or he collaborated with the real leaker of the some of the WikiLeaks information from Podesta or the DNC. I believe that's more likely than Putin, which people are just obsessed with, but it could be a variety of things. And by the way, that doesn't mean that the Clinton Foundation or the DNC didn't get hacked by a Russian entity. If you know anything about IT, every major organization in the world could claim to have Russian hackers. I mean, it's just absurd. But that's another story. Eric Braverman could be a part of a pending FBI investigation, and there could be a gag order, and maybe he's going to be a witness, and that could go all sorts of different directions. Maybe it has to do with the Clinton Foundation. Maybe there's a long-term investigation going on, and he's a source, willing or not. Maybe he's in hiding. So there seems to be 5 or 6 possibilities. But the main thing is how to approach this, those of us who are interested in it. I tend to think that sunlight is the best disinfectant no matter what. Even if they are trying to hide him away because they want to bring justice to the Clinton Foundation. I still think that having him disappear is not good. That's just my gut feeling, because I just always feel like things should be out in the open. So I'd like to know what you think in the comments. Part 2 of this eventually. We're not going to solve this problem now, but the question is, let's start having a conversation about how we move forward with this Eric Braverman. I propose myself, I'd like to know your ideas in the comments, but I propose that we use humor. We get connected. We see. So make sure you link up with me. Send me a private message on iRoots.org. That's IROOTSORG at IROOTSORG. My website is iRoots.org. Let's make sure we all link up. There is another. Let me let you know of another researcher I know, Gwen Jackman. She is at GwenJackmann. And even though he is a little bit of in the conspiracy side, you should know about George Webb. He's also, if you just look up on Twitter, Truth Leaks. Let me look that up. Truth, yeah, he's at GeorgWebb. And again, I don't endorse everything he says, but he's definitely worth learning about. So my proposal, I think there's some things that we should collaborate on and maybe not be out in the open, using humor and using kind of crowdsourcing. It's kind of like Improvise Everywhere, where you have a flash dance, but we could have a flash media event. I don't want to talk about it in the open. I'd rather talk about it in private, but I think there's some funny things, some shenanigans we could do that would not be illegal and would not be too unethical and be more satirical, to just get the public interested in who in the world this is. I think it's good to have a light heart about this. Don't get obsessed about it. Have fun. This is like a mystery. And, don't obsess about it like me. Be rational. But have fun about it. But share information. Use, because I don't think it's overused and it gets more people into the mystery, use hashtag Eric Braverman. That's what I recommend on Twitter. That's hashtag ERICBRAVERMAN. Use that so that we can all see each other's stuff. And do please private message me on Twitter. That again is at iRootsOrg with no period. iRootsOrg. So I'd like to hear your ideas. Again, I've got some ideas that I don't want to share publicly, but I would be happy to share them with you in private. Look forward to hearing your ideas, and let's find out where this guy is.